So what I'm about to talk about was what was said before the Bigfoot update, the Backwoods. Check this out. This was said by John Rush, who is Bethesda's creative director for Fallout 76. As you can see here, here's what he said. As of just a week ago, we released the Backwoods. The Backwoods is our 66th update for Fallout 76. 66. It's all been free to existing players. The Backwoods update underlines the intended cadence and candor of our varied releases. Our key release periods are summer, fall, and winter. We get the big content updates hitting in the summer and winter patches, aimed at exciting players to bring them into the game. Oh man, spring and fall are for introducing or expanding upon systems within the current boundaries of our map. So Infestations is supposed to be bringing players into the game. What we're about to be getting, June 2nd, the summer update. Yeah, he said this in an interview with Game Rant. He also mentioned how heads are going to explode when the 76th update arrives. Him just saying that, I feel like, is just saying there's about to be a lot of lackluster until the 76th update, which blows. I will say there are some positives somewhere in 2026. Thank you. As you can see here, this is what Bill Lacoste said in the Ask Me Anything for the Backwoods update. Check this out. Here's what he did announce.
I was going to say that, John's talked a good bit about the game there too, but, I've talked a good bit about a lot of the technical upgrades that we'll be making across the year too. So we do have next gen / current gen, so Gen 9 machine native builds coming to the project this year. That's on track. That's actually looking really good. And along with that, throughout the year, you're going to see a lot more optimizations to, lighting, reflections, shadows, and the game itself is going to get a pretty good, I say, increase in fidelity. It's going to look really good. So we've already seen some good results of that so far. So there's that. And then also just in terms of debt, it's like, look, I've never been one to shy away from saying that, like, look, we've got a game that's 7 years old. There's a lot of things that build up over the years of just technical and design debt. We're going to be knocking that stuff out too. And some of our internal folks sometimes are like, do people really want to see that we're fixing stuff? Yes, absolutely. They want to see that we're fixing stuff. They love seeing big, not that I like to see that there's a huge list of bugs that we fixed. I don't like necessarily seeing that, but the players do, and they know that we're actually listening to feedback, addressing those things, and getting them out the door for them to have a much better play experience. And so going along with the work that's going to go into the game, your day-to-day, minute-to-minute work that you're doing, there's also going to be some technical upgrades coming this year, and I think that's really important for this game to continue on. We've got ideas are certainly not short, on this product, and so. We've got a really good roadmap. John's been doing a great job of establishing some really good beats and some really good story elements here. And so we're going to keep cranking those out and continue to make the game better, both on the content side, but also the technical side.
Yeah. So that is still slated sometime in 2026. The next gen, current gen now update, which will be a huge overhaul for the game, improving the graphics, improving the optimization, and smoothing it out. Maybe that's what they're waiting on to update the game with bigger updates, because dude, the Infestations is super lackluster. For those of you that are super excited about it, good for you, I guess. That's awesome. Genuinely though, a lot of players are not excited about it, me included. And I'm not just saying that to just say it, obviously. I am one of the voices of the community. I feel like I should be, talking about things like this and going over things that the community, is feeling. And as you can see here, if we just go to the Fallout 76 Appalachia Under Siege Season 25 trailer, which they show some new rewards in this. Speaking of, as just like a quick plug here, if you are trying to finish up your season, like max your season before it ends, or you want to max the next season really quickly and not have to feel rushed to get all the limited time rewards, or feel like you don't have enough time, me and my crew carry people through raids continuously over and over while live over on my Twitch. I'll have a link down below in the description to my Twitch. You're more than welcome to come join. Any level is welcome. Not only do you max the season really quickly because you get a little over 500,000 XP per raid, but you get a lot of good gear, aid items, ammo, etc. It definitely adds up. So yeah, definitely recommend, if you are looking for some assistance, to come join in on a live stream. I've been running things pretty much every day where me and my crew take loads of players through the raids. We've literally taken thousands of players and leveled them up thousands of levels in comparison of like everyone we have helped. We definitely leveled up thousands of levels for players just by continuing to run them through raids, get all the good gear you get from the raid, ammo, junk items, aid items, etc. Also, most importantly, you get a little over 500,000 XP per raid, which boosts your season really fast. So yeah, if you're interested in that service, please feel free to tune into my live streams. I'll have a link down below in the description to my Twitch. Just go follow my Twitch. Consider subscribing too if you want. That's greatly appreciated, but obviously something you don't have to do. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly plug that. Now let's go ahead and get back into this. If we just go into the comments of this video, check this out. Creative direction is so awful lately. Random recolored assets that have nothing in common with each other equal new season. Skip. Another season with more reskins of same items just to add more content for What's New in the Atomic Shop YouTubers and other content creators. Make a new raid already, dang. They can't even be bothered to make an actual trailer anymore. Dang, Microsoft gonna have a tax write-off soon, I guess. They're not even trying anymore. What they say about this? When were they trying? Sorry, but I'm not sold. This looks horrible even with my already low expectations for 76. Yes, looking at the teal urinals, rainbow weather station, and a Deathclaw Stein display definitely makes me think of Appalachia being under siege. LOL. Bro, I love this game despite all its issues, but these mobile game tier trailers don't do it any favors. This is just reskin slop. Ah yes, Under Siege, but no barricades or other defense themed rewards. Literally all looks so yeah. It's so bad. Why is this game only item collection and not freaking Fallout gameplay focused? Yeah, I'm so excited for absolutely nothing in this season. Woohoo! All update that screws over lower players by scattering in-game bosses and areas players need to go through for their quest. Playing Fallout 76 makes you wish for nuclear winter. Dude, literally every single comment. All of this looks so whelming. Lack of content lately is making the game feel pointless. Season content is just a mobile game chore. We need something like Wastelanders in size and depth. Bring back old season boards and fire that EA hire. Under Siege from farmers. To be honest, I'm just here for the Responders armor skins. What does this have to do with Appalachia being under siege? Where is the sieging? This is absolute garbage. Obviously, I'm not the only one that thinks this, guys. And when I make these videos talking about how the community is feeling, I get a lot of hate. Look through the comments. You'll find plenty of people coming at me. People unsubscribing, people saying they're tired of seeing me make videos over my thoughts of the game, basically. I make a lot of content for Fallout 76. It's not just negative content. I have made tons of content. I've been making content over this game since the beta of Fallout 76. Do I want this game to go downhill? No, not at all. I want this game to thrive. It's the main game that I make content over. Why would I want this game to go downhill? I'm just speaking how I feel about the game and what I think would improve with the game. Constructive criticism. This Infestations update is not something that's going to bring players back to the game. This isn't some kind of mind-blowing content. A new raid would have been. Some kind of new in-game PvP aspect, kind of like Nuclear Winter, where we go to a different instance and fight each other, except it's balanced with no VATs or something like that, balanced PvP matches. That could be new in-game for players, something fun. I know there's quite a bit of people that aren't fans of PvP, so let's just skip past that and let's go into the story content. Add more story. There's still stuff they could expand upon with Skyline Valley. There's still stuff they could expand upon with Burning Springs. There's still other new locations they could expand upon. Just like mini quests they could add into the game. Or new events that they could add into the game that would be cool, New, more difficult events that we could take on for in-game players that could randomly appear in the game. Kind of like, that takes a little bit more teamwork, if you will. I know raids would take a bit longer to make since there is quite a bit in them and it's a huge dungeon. But yeah, they did great with the raid. If they would continue making content like that, the game would thrive. They literally had the ball in their hand after the TV show, and I don't know what happened. It's like lackluster after lackluster after lackluster. I read this post that was talking about like the new updates they were adding in the game has been going steadily downhill. Like we're getting less content within the years in comparison of the past 3 years. We're starting to get less and less, which is weird. And they did mention, this is the 66th update with the backwoods. Now, what are we at? 68, 69th now? I don't know. But you got to think, half of those updates and patches were just literally fixing things. Fixing the game, not actually adding new content. It was just fixing broken updates, fixing things that were in the game. That's what our updates have mainly been. And he says, free. Well, I hope it was free. I mean, we paid for this product. We're also paying for Fallout First memberships. We're also paying for quite a bit in the Atomic Shop. And you got to think, Fallout First on top of like PlayStation, network that you need to play PlayStation online, or, Fallout First on top of like Xbox Live Game Pass, or whatever Xbox Live that you need to play online. That's stacked on it. Now, like I just showed you with that video, I mean, there was tons of comments. This might actually be the worst season of all time. Let's go, season 25. One of the seasons of all time. Dude. And that was pretty much all of the comments. The most disgusting nerf I've ever seen. Guys, you have no idea how many people you just made mad with your patch. Literally spat and slapped every single veteran player and long-term supporters like they are complete nobodies. This person said, yeah, there's a lot of people upset. And if we just go to, a post on Reddit, just go to a random post on Reddit and just scroll through the comments. If you think it's just me upset or, disappointed with this update that's coming, no, not at all. Under Siege looks inside its farming. The only thing that has caught my eye is the Rainbow Weather Machine, and that's probably going to be around the last page. Let's go on. Meh. That survival tent's really cool. Yeah, not much you could say, really. The titles of these seasons suck when the contents are not reflective of what's in the season. I ain't sitting out a season, but I really don't care about any of this stuff. My focus will be infestations and new mod box learning this upcoming season. And me personally, I'm not going to be doing much infestations. If I see them in the game, sure, I might. But overall, I'm not. It's not something that's like I'm really looking forward to. It's like the Bigfoot update. I could care less if Bigfoot spawns. It's like, okay, if he does, that's cool. If he doesn't, okay. I don't know. Not something I'm super thrilled about. Are you? Like, I cannot wait to dive into infestations. Can't wait to play it. Are you feeling like that? Be real, are you? I'm not. Personally. And I know there's a lot of others that agree with me with that. Stinky poo-poo, not going to reactivate my Fallout First and dude, a lot of people are saying that. They're canceling their Fallout First membership since the calendar was recently released, right? And there's going to be, it seems like nothing for the next 4 months. And a lot of people just said, well, this is the time I'm just going to cancel my Fallout First membership for a little while since there isn't nothing that's really piquing my interest. Are we really in a filler stage until season 3 of the show comes out? This season and next season feels like they have no identity. It looks like we do not have the new quest. Will Appalachia be under siege with mediocrity? That's what I'm getting from this video. It's like they're not even trying anymore. I might just sit this one out. Have to admit, I'm getting bored with it and finding myself not really wanting to play as much as I used to. The seasons have gone downhill after they removed scoreboards, also rerunning Mothman, Equinox, Invaders, and Fosnite. Every season is so boring, they need to pick up the slack ASAP if they want people to keep playing. Dude, yeah. And that's why I feel like it's important to discuss this, guys. Not just be like, yes, this is the greatest update ever. I am so excited. Thank you, Bethesda, for continuing to produce this kind of content. This is exactly what players are looking for. Now, I'm not trying to do that. Of course, this could be hurting my reputation with Bethesda in a sense, because I'm not like, I don't know, agreeing with everything they're posting for their updates. I'm talking about constructive criticism here of what they could do better with instead of this. What does this say? So the majority of the season rewards are just reskin items from previous season. Didn't they absorb Double 11 specifically to work on in-game items? What exactly is it they're doing over there? I don't think they absorbed them so much as ate them. They really don't want to put any effort into this game, do they? One of the most liked comments in this. But yeah, I guess that's wrapping up this video, everyone. Just wanted to share with y'all everything that's coming within the new season as well, if you were interested. I'm out of here, though. We'd love to know your guys' thoughts about the upcoming update Under Siege, and your thoughts overall of how the game has been looking lately with the updates. Until next time, though, guys, peace.